Hi babes, welcome to my channel, A Day in the Life of Markeisha Tenoy. So I hope you enjoyed my video last week. I got some great DMs on it, and thank you so much for sharing your life verses. That meant a lot. Today I wanted to jump on, and this video won't be as long. I want to try to keep them at about 5 to 10 minutes just because I know a lot of you guys are at work watching these and you don't have time to sit for like 15-20 minutes. Unless you guys want them longer. If you guys want longer videos, you already know I can talk and I will just... So anywho, I had a quick video today that I wanted to share with you guys on sharing your testimony. So on my Instagram, every week I share a snippet of my testimony. And if you do not know my full testimony, I will link it in the bio so you guys can read it. But I just want to share the importance of sharing your testimony, and I'll share a little bit of my testimony as well. So I will share my testimony and then I'll share the importance of it. But really quickly, Revelations 12:11 says, and my computer's behind, so sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. It says, "And they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of their testimony." So we overcome by our testimony. So I feel like most people think that testimonies are here to embarrass us, to keep us down, to keep us almost trapped, but that is that's a trap of the enemy. The enemy's only goal is to steal, kill, and destroy, and that's not what God wants. God wants to give us a life and a life abundant, so that's not what this is saying. So anywho, I'll go into getting into that in 1 second. I just wanted to share a super quick, I guess, snippet of my testimony. So I'm 31 years old, first off, but I used to feel that I wasn't beautiful. I used to feel that I wasn't pretty, and I used to do things to just get attention from guys just because I wanted the attention. And looking at this now, I can see that it came from me wanting my dad's attention and not thinking that I had his attention because I felt he gave his attention and energy to my sister. And I always felt that I had to, I guess, fight for his attention, if that makes sense. So not blaming him at all. This is all on me. But because of that, because I didn't get attention from him, I went out to get it from others. So whether it was me getting attention from like my girlfriends, I had to be the best, I had to be number one, like, oh, you weren't supposed to talk to her because you're only my friend. I would compare myself, I would try to be that whole like, oh, I'm second to none, like that was me with everything. And it was just because I was trying so hard to belong with people. And in that, I didn't have an identity, I didn't know my self-worth, I didn't know my own validation. I didn't know I was worthy. I didn't know I was chosen by God. I didn't know any of these things. All because I wanted to, I wasn't seeking the Father. I was seeking man. And I was seeking friendships, relationships. And it wasn't just like it wasn't just like sexual, me seeking those type of relationships out. But it was just me just trying to, I guess, get out there and get whatever attention I could get. And I didn't realize that until my first serious boyfriend. I was 24, I believe. 2012. I'm 31, so yeah. I was with a guy and I was literally obsessed. I can laugh now, but it's no laughing matter. I was literally obsessed with this guy. He couldn't blink without me knowing what he was doing. And he was my property, basically. He couldn't do this unless I was with him. And if he wanted to break away and go hang out with someone else, I was very possessive and very crazy. Like, oh, well, you don't love me. Like, it was just a very toxic, hot mess of a relationship. And granted, he wasn't perfect either. But I was just so broken, and because all my life I was always fighting to be the best or number one, I put all my energy and my efforts into trying to force this with this guy. And I knew the relationship should have ended way before, but it was one of those things where in my head I was like, you know what, no, he loves me, he has to, and we're gonna work, we're gonna make this work, this has to work no matter what, by any means possible, like this just has to be it. And long story short, it didn't work. I'm still single. But I'm sharing that because when I first wanted to share my testimony, it was like, girl, I'm not sharing my business with nobody. And that shouldn't be the case with your testimony. Your testimony should reach someone. Your testimony should help someone in a time of need. This story of a testimony, it's supposed to encourage someone. It's not supposed to keep you down. It's not supposed to keep you bound. It's supposed to encourage you to do more. It's supposed to empower someone that you're telling it to. And every time you tell your testimony, you should be even more empowered. Every time you share that story, you should feel weakness literally leaving you, because you know that you overcame, like the verse said, you overcame with God. God helped deliver you. And every time you're sharing this, I know for me anyway, every time I share my testimony, I get so excited just because I'm like, God, I know you leave the 99 for the one. So no, I might get one view on this video. And if I do, it was the person that God divinely set up to see this video. So I think sharing your testimony is so important, because we are to help our other sisters. We're supposed to lift up. We're supposed to empower. We're supposed to encourage. So I think sharing your testimony is about that. It's not about shaming yourself. It's not about guilting yourself. It's not about embarrassing yourself. It's about you overcoming and the strength that you have sharing that story. And the good thing and the cool thing about it is you can look at yourself from like last year or whatever your testimony's from, and you can say like, dang, I've come a long way. Like God really did that for me. You know what I mean? So that's all I wanted to share. I really hope that you, if you don't know your testimony, sit and think about it. If you need help, you guys can contact me. You can email me. You can DM me at Authentic Culture Co. on Insta or on Facebook, Authentic Culture. But I just think knowing your testimony is so important to your walk. Knowing your testimony is so important to your Christian lifestyle, especially because we aren't called to walk this journey alone. We're supposed to bring people up as we're walking on this journey, if that makes sense. So I hope this video encouraged someone. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you have not already. Go ahead and like or comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. And I will be back next week with another video. And yeah, so I love you guys. Stay blessed and stay beautiful. Bye.